Brittania Medical Centre celebrated its 5-year anniversary with an official opening of a brand new emergency ward. Invited guests and members of the community came to commemorate the occasion.
While we run a financially sustainable business, profit is not our main goal. Our focus is on social impact, medical education, research, the use of technology to improve healthcare.
Ambassador Erieka Bennett from the Diaspora Africa Forum was a special guest of honor.
I'm going to take a moment to tell you a story. I have a best friend in the world. She was my sister. She was my confidant. She traveled to Africa with me. I've been to 50 African countries. I've been in and out of Africa for 45 years. I've been in Ghana 25 years. And she has been my rock, my real rock. And she made her transition. And I always wanted her to come to Ghana to see me. And she wasn't able to do that because there was not a dialysis at that time here in Ghana. They had 2 machines that were broken. So she didn't get a chance to come to see me here. I would go see her, but she didn't get a chance to come to Ghana. So in her honor, Charlotte Neighbors, I am going to be responsible for building the dialysis unit here.
We're going to move on to the official ribbon cutting of the emergency ward. As we get ready to cut the ribbon, in the name of God, blessing this, blessing it for all the people of Ghana and beyond. Amen.
That's the setup we have our crash trolleys, and we have a number of things that we help to stabilize the patient when they come in from the emergency. And then our triage room is this way, so we can go this way so they can see properly. So then we have, this is our crash trolley, we have our suction machine, we have our AED devices for people who have a cardiac arrest. Like I said, it's connected to the main hospital, so every point in time, you can have someone coming in. And then I can take you this way. Then we have these 2 main beds. So once the patient comes in, we triage them here. If it's a trauma patient, this is our trauma bed, and this is like a medical bed. So people with who have come in with a trauma, we keep them here, stabilize them. It's a cardiac monitor as well there. And then in case they need a ventilator, we move them in the way. And then we have those who have medical conditions. If you have your sugars are low or you have a stroke, you are managed on this bed, and then we then stabilize you. And then if you have to get to a theater, we send you on the way. We usually keep people no more than 24 hours. That's the plan. If they need higher centers, like we send them either to IMA or to Colum. We have a good relationship with them that we can send them directly there.
And I want all of you to know that what you see here is just the beginning. I know he didn't really talk about it, but they have vast land that goes back, like all the way back. I don't know how many acres it is, but they have a lot of land back here with intention of building more. And so, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, we're going to see even more greatness of what's to come. I mean, he even spoke in his speech about opening up a university college and, having the training. So this is all part of a bigger vision, a big vision for like a medical center, a medical community, not only the hospital, but so many other things that's going to support our health here in this community. Patients were there to share their testimonials of their experiences at the hospital.
When Dr. Appiah was speaking, he talked about the first patient. Here you are, the first patient of Brittania Medical Centre. That's my beloved Nadako Wonderful. And the interesting story about Nadako. When you look at her, you think she doesn't have any strength. But you can speak to matron Barbara from Dr. Biden. The other came and they wanted to take a sample. She just had a hand like this and nobody could move it out of it. Very strong. But the important thing I want to highlight about Brittania Medical Centre, 3 things. We have an excellent facility here, a welcoming facility that you will not find in most parts of our country. And it is not one that you come to with very high fees you need to pay. Very manageable and affordable, welcoming environment, and that draws us as a family to this facility. The second thing I'd like to highlight is the very trusted team we have working here. Professionals who care.
Brittania here, for those who are patients, including my own wife, my own children, my friends, has served us very well, and we continue to support what is going on here. My wife, who is a stroke patient, couldn't have survived without the input of Brittania. We had to run away from the US when the COVID hit, and this was 2021, presumably 1 year after Brittania was built. So I can say that it was built in preparation for our arrival. And since that time, Brittania has given us all the support. I cannot even describe the intensity and the efficiency and the compassion that is inlaid in the support we get.
Many more years to success, innovation, and growth. Thank you very much. Cheers.
So today has been a really good day. It's a really significant one because of celebrating the 5 years of this hospital.
Yeah.
And I just want you to share what the vision was when you got this idea to do this hospital, because you're living in the UK.
That's correct.
And then for whatever wild reason, you decided you want to do a hospital in Ghana.
Yeah, right. So today is 5 years of the beginning of the realization of the vision. Mm-hmm. But the birth of it actually has been far longer, because when I was 4, my mom passed away, and he passed away in the hospital trying to deliver my 3rd brother.
Oh,
yes. So going through medical school and ending up as an obstetrician looking after pregnant women, I had this funny feeling how life comes in a circle. My mom dies in a hospital from delivering, and I look up now after pregnant women. I almost felt a sense of a calling to really try and do something about healthcare in Ghana. So this is something that's been almost been brewing in me for years and years and years and years. And as I start in the UK seeing patients and delivering sort of top quality care, it's always been my desire that I come back home to do something. I think if I had retired in the UK, I would be really unhappy with myself. So I knew that at some point I had to come back. Now, about 2012, my wife started talking about coming back. So we were sort of thinking about it. I moved from the UK to the Middle East, where I then started working for a while. And while I was there, one evening, end of the year, 31st of, I think, 2016, I was just lying down and I got a call that, oh, Dr. Appiah, there's a big land for a hospital. Do you want it? Now, without thinking about my answer, I said yes. So anyway, processes were then initiated. I got the land, I paid for it. So here am I, I've got a land for a hospital and I don't have a plan.
wow.
But then I desire to do something in Ghana. So you see how the dots begin to now
Come together.
So I had talked to a friend who's an architect. He spoke to a daughter who's also an architect, and they decided to develop something for me. Long story short, I have a design, I have the land, my wife was in Ghana, well, let's get this done. So over 2 years, between 2017 and 2019, the hospital was built. How long am I going to stay in Europe? I better come home and then serve my own people. So that's how all of it started. So in all fairness, the dream had been brewing for many, many years.
Okay.
What we see here is just a realization at the beginning of the dream. As you heard me say in my presentation, this is only the beginning. Our vision is to build a world-class hospital in Ghana that provide excellent care, that make every Ghanaian proud and everybody in the sub-region feel confident to come here and be assured that they will get the top quality kind of care. So that's really what we're trying to do.
That's good. That's really good. And so you're here, your wife is here.
Yeah.
Are any of your other family members here? Did your kids come to Ghana as
so
well?
Yes,
or?
so my daughter was training in Poland as a medical student. She came to Ghana, she just literally finished. She's going to go back to the UK to do her specialty training and then come and join us here in this hospital. So yes, and my son also is in computer science and digital media. He contributes, he does a lot of our social media work that we do currently.
Okay, so it's a family affair.
It is indeed, but it's for the community, a family affair for the community.
Yes. And so why did you want to make it a non-profit hospital?
Well, that's a really good question. So you have to look about the history of hospitals and their longevity here in Ghana. People build reasonably good hospitals, good doctors, they serve the communities for many years, they retire or they pass. When they pass, 99.9% of the hospitals pass away with them. That's the history of hospitals in this country.
Wow, that's serious.
That's serious,
that's
exactly.
Very serious.
So we're not able to build longevity into healthcare systems. We're not able to build businesses that go from generation to generation as far as healthcare is concerned. And a lot of it comes from a little bit from our culture. So whatever I develop as wealth, when it comes to my passing, my family feels that what is mine belongs to them as well as my kids. So the family interference doesn't allow the business to flourish. The business are not respected as entities that can go on their own. So we built this as a not-for-profit, one, to protect it in the event where I'm gone and the hospitals continue to serve people. That's one. Secondly, we use the model that has been quite successful all across the world, where when hospitals are allowed to grow with profit not necessarily its focus, but academia, research, training, education, when that is the focus, the hospitals seem to flourish and they grow for years. I mean, some of the hospitals in the UK and the western parts of the world are 150 years, 110 years. So that's our vision, really, that we can also build a hospital here in Ghana that lives that long and serves its community and gets better with time, as some of the hospitals of the West. So basically, that's what we're doing this.
Okay, great. Now, with it being a nonprofit, it means that you probably need help with getting things going or keeping things going.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to support, how can they do that?
So currently, what we do is that every year we set a funding target. So last year, we set a quite minimal target. It wasn't a lot of, I think it was 50,000 or something like this. This year, we've extended it to 250,000. Basically, what we do with the funding that we raise are twofold. One, we have people that come in here that sometimes cannot really pay for the service. We have a policy of not turning anybody away to die because they don't have money. So we're quite humane in the way we deliver care. So if somebody needs care, our first objective is to deliver the care and then worry about how we cover the costs. Yeah. And there's some people that whatever we do cannot afford the care. So for those ones, some of the funding that we receive, we use it to cover their costs. It's important that we cover the cost because we have consumables we pay, we have suppliers that we pay, we have medications that we get from people, we have equipment that would deteriorate that needs refund. So we need to pay for the care, but we don't pay it out of our own pockets. We use the funding that we receive to support these sorts of people. We have people that come here that need urgent surgery, particularly ladies that are bleeding from big fibroids. Some of them can't afford it, and to be honest, they're bleeding their lives away. So for those ones, we use some of the funding that we get to support them. When we've done that, I mean, last year we had about 7 ladies that, you know, some of them, they get support from their churches or friends, and then we top up the support that they give. And we try always to make sure that the cost is not significant, and then we can just place back what we have used for them. Okay. And it does help. I mean, you should just look at the faces of these women that we help. They're really, really grateful. Their church communities are grateful, and we're happy. We're happy that we're here providing that kind of care. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. And what's the website that people can make donations to if people want to make donations to support? So
currently we have a GoFundMe link that people can see on this presentation that they can click, and so for the rest of the year we can just do that. If you don't want to do that, and if you just call the hospital directly, then just call and say that, oh, you wanted to make a donation. We have a charity fund or a charity account. All right. So whatever donation that you give your name and the details, they'll give you how to send it, and then you just send it across to us. Okay. And that will be fine. And we will obviously get back to you to show our appreciation. Okay. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Job well done.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Looking forward to the many years to come.
Looking forward to our collaboration. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. This episode has been very important, celebrating a hospital 5 years here in Ghana, and all of the things that they're doing to work towards supporting the community. So the link should be on the screen for you to make the donation for the GoFundMe, as well as the contact number if you prefer to call to make your donation so that you can give your support there. There will also be information in the description box for you to make your donation. I really appreciate you, and I know that some of you watching in the diaspora are always thinking about where you should go when you want to have your health taken care of when you're in Ghana. This is definitely one of those places, a quality facility. They take care of your people, and you will find that they won't be somebody who neglects you, because that's something that some people complain about as well when they come to Ghana, not knowing where the best place is to go. So Brittania Medical Centre in Community 22, Tema, is a place that you can count on. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.